Hey team, welcome to another Building Better Baseball timeout. And in today's timeout, we're talking about rules for baseball bats. We're going to talk about metal bats today. We're not going to get into wood bats, and we're talking about the rules for metal bats in all of the leagues from T-ball all the way up to college. I'm Coach Hart, this is Building Better Baseball, and in these timeouts, I teach you the rules of baseball and I teach you how to play the game. So let's get into the rules for baseball bats. So the first thing we have to talk about is the two main governing bodies, or the two standards that all baseball bats fall under. And those two governing bodies are the USA bats or BBCOR bats. So these are the two main performance standards baseball bats must comply with. Now I can't say all bats must fall under these because all bats don't. There are some leagues that don't use the USA or the BBCOR bat standard, but almost all, I would say about over 90% of all leagues in the USA, they all comply with the USA or the BBCOR standards. The first one is USA Baseball, and the USA Baseball standard is the governing body for most youth baseball leagues. It's definitely the governing body for the big leagues like the Little League, the Pony League, the Babe Ruth League. All of the big leagues that you see in the USA, they comply with the USA bat standard. And whenever you see the USA bat stamp, that is for youth baseball. That is for all youth baseball. So if you ever see a USA Baseball stamp, you know that that bat will be legal for the league that you play in. And all youth bats must be stamped with the USA emblem. So as you can see on this bat right here, it's right above the handle. That's where the emblem usually is. And you will see this USA Baseball emblem or stamp. So whenever you go and buy a bat, you always have to make sure that you see the USA Baseball stamp on that bat, because if you don't see it, it might not be legal in the league that you're playing in. So make sure every bat that you use and every bat that you buy, you see the USA Baseball standard right there. And the stamps, they could look different. You could see this one. All four of these are stamps that you could see on a bat. But as long as it has the USA Baseball emblem, then your bat should be legal for the league that you play in. The second one is BBCOR. So BBCOR stands for the batted ball coefficient of restitution. And this is the performance standard for most high school and college leagues. So USA is for youth baseball, BBCOR is for high school and college. And the batted ball coefficient of restitution, I know it sounds like a lot of big words and a little confusing, but put simply, it basically measures the trampoline effect that the bat has. If a bat is not a BBCOR standard, the ball is going to fly off the bat or trampoline off of the bat way more than if it was a BBCOR bat. So the batted ball coefficient of restitution, all those big words, they basically mean the trampoline effect the bat has on the ball and how much the ball trampolines off of the bat. And the whole idea behind the BBCOR standard is that baseball itself, they want to make the leagues under the professional leagues more in line with the professional bats. And in professional baseball, you use wood bats. So the BBCOR standard, it's basically trying to make a metal bat act more like a wood bat when the bat hits the ball. When I was growing up and I was playing youth baseball, we did not have BBCOR, and that ball used to fly off that bat. And it was way different than a wood bat that they use in professional baseball. So the BBCOR is trying to more align a metal bat with a wood bat and try to make it similar when players hit the ball. So all bats at high school and college level must have the BBCOR stamp. And this is what you're going to see. It's going to say BBCOR certified, and it's going to have this 5-0 here. And it's normally just in the same spot as the USA stamp. It's right above the handle. So make sure if you're in a high school or college level, you see that BBCOR stamp on that bat. Because if you don't see it, the bat probably is not going to be legal in the league that you play in. So the next one is we're going to go over the parts of the bat that apply to the rules. And the two main components or the pieces of a baseball bat included in the rules are the barrel diameter and the drop. So the diameter of the barrel is basically the barrel size, right? So this is the barrel of the bat. It's how big the barrel is. And it's mostly the same for all of the leagues. And we're going to get into that in this video. But the diameter of the barrel is basically the barrel size. And the drop refers to the relationship between the length and the weight of the bat, inches to ounces. So the inches is how long the bat is, and ounces is how much it weighs, right? So the drop, it would be the relationship between the length and the weight. So if you have a 30-inch bat that is 25 ounces, that would be a drop 5. If you have a 33-inch bat that's 30 ounces, that would be a drop 3. So the drop is just the relationship between the length and the weight of the bat. Now we're going to go into each level of baseball, and to keep things simple, I'm going off of the Little League levels. Like the Little League organization, they have levels of baseball. I'm going off of their levels just to keep things simple, and I kept the age right here. So if you're not on a Little League team, I still have the ages here, so you can refer to the ages if you're not playing on a Little League team. So Little League T-ball, the only requirement for T-ball is that the bat must be no longer than 26 inches long. There's no drop requirement, and there's no barrel size requirement. So as you can see, the bat is going to be pretty small, but the bat in T-ball cannot be longer than 26 inches long. And T-ball for Little League is ages 4 to 7. Little League Minor League, ages 5 to 11. Minor League division states that bats can be no longer than 33 inches long. There's no drop requirement, and the barrel size can't be bigger than 2 5/8 inches in diameter. So you'll see that most all of these leagues, they have no drop requirement. They only have a length of the bat requirement. And basically that makes sense. If you're 5 years old, you probably can't swing a bat as big as an 11-year-old can, right? So you get the bat weight that is based on your age and what you're comfortable swinging. The only requirement is that it can't be longer than 33 inches. So most of these leagues, as I said, they don't have a drop requirement. They don't have an ounces requirement. They only have a length requirement. So you get the bat that works for you and your age and your skill level and the weight of the bat that you want to swing. Little League Major Division, ages 9 to 12. The Major Division has the same rules as the Minor Division. So if you think about it, these are almost the same ages, right? So the previous one, the Minor Division, was age 5 to 11. This is 9 to 12. So this is basically a more advanced talent level of baseball. So if you're 9, 10, or 11, you can play either in the Minor Division or the Major Division, depending on how talented you are and what skill level you have. So the Major Division, just like the Minor Division, the bats can't be longer than 33 inches, and they must have a 2 5/8 diameter barrel or smaller. And there's no drop requirement. Like I said before, you pick the bat that's good for you and your skill level and your body size. The intermediate level for Little League, ages 12 to 13. So the intermediate division, they state that bats can be no longer than 34 inches long. So this is 1 inch longer than the previous minor and the major divisions, right? Ages 12 to 13, they're getting a little older. The bat can be 1 inch longer. It cannot be longer than 34 inches long. There is still no drop requirement, so you pick the ounces and the weight that's good for you, but it can't be longer than 34 inches. The barrel size can't be bigger than 2 5/8 inches in diameter. And you're going to see this is the biggest diameter that a bat can be going forward, 2 5/8 inches. And the intermediate level, this is the first level that incorporates BBCOR. If you have a BBCOR bat in the intermediate level, you are able to use it as long as it's BBCOR certified and it has that stamp right above the handle. The Junior League, ages 12 to 14. So this is kind of the same thing as the minor and the major. You have the intermediate and the junior for the same age group. The Junior League division has the same rules as the intermediate division. The bats cannot be longer than 34 inches long, and they must have a 2 5/8 diameter barrel or smaller. There's no drop requirement, and the BBCOR bats, you can use them in this league as long as they're BBCOR certified. So you can use USA certified or BBCOR certified in both the intermediate and the junior league, depending on whichever you want. There's no drop requirement, it just can't be longer than 34 inches long. The Senior League, 13 to 16, and you're going to see a big difference in this league. So the Senior League division states that bats can be no longer than 36 inches long. You're getting older, ages 13 to 16, you can swing a bigger bat. It cannot be longer than 36 inches long. And this is the first league that has a drop requirement. When you reach this age, the bats must be a drop 3 or a -3. So if your bat is 36 inches long, your bat can be no lighter than 33 ounces. It has to be a 36-inch, 33-ounce bat. I know in high school, I swung a 33-30. That's pretty common. Either a 32-29 or a 33-30 is a pretty common size bat. But the bat must be a drop 3. The barrel size can't be bigger than 2 5/8 inches in diameter, just like all the other leagues. And the bats must be BBCOR standards. So this is the BBCOR league. Once you reach this high school and college level, your bats are BBCOR, no longer USA. USA is for youth baseball, BBCOR is for high school and college. It has to have that BBCOR stamp. And the USA and the BBCOR, it makes things pretty simple. Basically, if you're going out to buy a bat and you see that stamp, you know it's going to be a legal bat for whatever league you're playing in. And a little summary here. The bat rules include the barrel diameter and the drop, mostly the length. As you can see, in most of the leagues, they don't have a weight requirement, so you can swing whatever ounces you feel necessary for you, but there is a length requirement, and each league has their own length requirement. The USA standard is for almost all youth baseball in all of America. I would say 90% of the leagues in the USA use the USA standard. You have to look for the stamp. Any bat that you buy, look for that stamp on the handle, and you know it's going to be a legal bat. So USA is for youth baseball. BBCOR is for almost all high school and college. You got to look for the stamp. So BBCOR, same thing as USA. It's about 90% of all high school and all college leagues. If you see that BBCOR stamp, then you know it's going to be a legal bat for the league that you're playing in. Thanks for taking another time out with Building Better Baseball. I hope this video was informative for you and you learned a lot about baseball bats. And if you had any confusion about USA or BBCOR or the drop or anything like that, I hope this cleared everything up for you. Like I said, the USA and the BBCOR, it makes things pretty simple. USA is for youth, BBCOR is for high school and college. If you see the stamp, it's going to be a legal bat for the league that you're playing in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like more. Spread the word about Building Better Baseball. Don't forget to check out buildingbetterbaseball.com for all of my youth baseball courses for coaches and players. And I'll see you in the next time out.